Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here to the Bristol here in Thunder Valley for the third of 10 races here in the Mountain Dew KickStart Cup Series playoffs. This is a very critical race. 4 drivers will get eliminated here at Bristol tonight. Starting on your pole, the 20 of Max Anderson, finished third last week, and then the 74 of Mitchell Collins. Then you have the 3 of Eric Monaco, great starting position for Monaco in the 3, and 95 of James Bowles. Then you have Andy Fell in the 6, next to another playoff driver, the 14 of Joe Jefferson. Then you have Nick Smith and his teammate Juan Garcia. And you have the 18 of William Brock and the 36 of Diego Pez running out your top 10. As you look at the rest of your starting lineup from 11th on back. So very critical race here. 4 drivers will not make it to the next round here of the playoffs for the Cup Series. We were supposed to go to Autodrome de Paris, but turns out I don't even have that track, and I didn't feel like downloading it again. And also the 00 will be making his start once again here. That is Austin James making his start here. So drivers we have to keep an eye on here for today's race. First being the 88 of Eli Bright. He is currently 13th in the standings, 2,010 points. He's tied with 12th. And you have Owen Finley, who's 2 points behind. He has 2,008 points. Jay Jefferson, he's just minus 1 point behind. And then you have the 10 of Malik Nevins, who's currently last in the standings, 3 points behind. So let's get you down the trackside here for the commands at Bristol.
Drivers, start your engines!
And there you have it. Engines have been fired up here. 42 drivers getting ready to roll off the grid here for some short track racing under the lights. It doesn't get any better than that. And what's going to make this even more exciting is to see those 4 drivers who are below the cutoff really go at it here. So really, those guys below the playoffs, below 12th place in the playoff standings, they just need stage points here. It doesn't necessarily have to win. They just really need stage points. 3 stages, of course. So if those guys, Eli Bright, Malik Nevins, Jay Jefferson, if all those guys can get some playoffs points, they'll be good. But here we go. The green flag is waving. We're green here at Bristol. And driver sideways out of the corner. Car back there nearly getting turned. That's the 36 of Diego Pez. 4 wide at Bristol. Nick Smith up into the wall. He gets put in the wall right there. 88 of Eli Bright trying to take advantage of this. They're all over the racetrack trying to get points. 4 into the wall again. And that's going to hold up Eli Bright or not Eli Bright, William Brock, who just overshot the corner right there and just gave a shot to the 4 of Nick Smith. Smith into the wall once again. Not the start of the race. That 4 wanted us there right there. Stacking and up, and we got a car going around right there. Up and nearly over the 00 of Austin James. 32 of Eddie Riley also collected as well. And James is smoking. His day is done, and playoff contender, the 47 of Owen Finley. Not what he needed. Got another car in the back right there in the wall. That's the 20 of Max Anderson. Oh, man, Austin James, I don't think they've finished a race that they've started so far this season for Flying Development. I was going to take a replay and see what happened. Right here, it looks like Tyler Markell in the 38 just drove right up into the 9 and came down into James and clipped him. And James right there nearly going over on his roof going against a safer barrier right there. Another look at it right here. Hard into that outside wall, and Smith was able to get by this. Oh, man, Eddie Riley, big impact to that outside wall right there as well. So multiple drivers are going to be out. Riding on board the 9 of Samuel Oskin. So Oskin is definitely going to have some damage here, but should still be good. But caution flag is out for the first time. Andy Fell in the 6 is out front. We're going to take a quick break here. You're watching the Bristol race here in Thunder Valley. Welcome back here to Bristol Motor Speedway for the third race of the 10 here for the playoffs. Cup Series. 1 driver is out of the race. That's the 00 of Austin James. Andy Fell leads the 41 of Juan Garcia. Eric Monaco currently 3rd right now. The 95 of James Bowles. And then the 14 of Joe Jefferson. That is the top 5. The green flag is back out here at Bristol. And a really good start for the 41 as he just punted the 6 right there into the wall. Juan Garcia forcing the 6 out of the way right there. He doesn't care if he's a playoff driver. He's getting him out of the way he wants. And the caution flag is back out again.
There's a caution. Caution's out.
And caution is out once again. So big move right there by the 41 of Garcia. Looks like it was the 8 of Marcus Yepez right there. He's going to see what happened. 42 Charnard gets into last race's winner and sends him hard into the inside barrier and flips over it. What the heck? Kind of a wall glitch right there by NR, but last race's winner is not going to finish this time. Alexander Rowe in 11, and he's going to be out of it, but caution's already out once again for the second time. Juan Garcia in the 41 after a punting move is in the race lead. Hello and welcome back here to the Bristol Motor Speedway. Just got done with our second yellow of the night, getting ready to go back green. 11 is now going to join the 00 out of the race. 40 cars remaining on the track. Garcia, Fell, Monaco, Bowles, and Max Anderson running out your top 5. Green flag is back out. And a great start once again by the 41. Looks like he has these restarts down pat right there. Gets a really good launch right there. Andy Fell currently still second. Side by side right here. Joe Jefferson trying to get by Max Anderson. Make sure everyone gets off the corners. Okay, there's Nick Smith. Heck of damage on his on the left side right there, and right side really. It's right on board with Smith here.
The air pressure build is just making this car horrible. Loose as shit, Daniel, on the exit. Loose. Exit's really loose? Yes, sir. It's right there, yes.
So Nick Smith obviously kind of struggling with his race car, having heavy damage from getting into the wall multiple times, and of course getting into other drivers. A lot of drivers smacking that outside wall off the exit of the corners right there. Saw that happen to Max Anderson in the 20. There's Eli Bright trying to get up into the top 10. He was 13th last time by. He's one of those guys that's below the cutoff line, and he just needs to get those stage points, along with Waleed Evans, who's trying to hunt him down as well. Can't really let that 88 out of his sight. And look for the 48, Jay Jefferson. He's in a really good spot right now to get those stage points. Currently running in the top 10. Joe Jefferson got into the wall. Call around. Holy cow. That was a 34 of Fitzwater. And the 16 of Jeremy Ickel. And the yellow is out once again, I do believe. Jeremy Ickel in the 16. Heavy front end damage to his ride. And at the line, it's the 41 once again of Juan Garcia in your race lead. But see what happened here. See your Pez. Oh, up in front of them, Nick Smith clips Tommy McQueen right there. McQueen came back up into Smith. Got into Fitzwater. Both drivers hitting the outside wall, and around Fitzwater go. Not sure where the 16 comes into play. Oh, there he goes. Oh, man, he just looked like he locked up the brakes right there and had nowhere to go. Tough break for Jeremy Ickel. I do believe Fitzwater is okay to move on to the next round, but caution flag is out. Once again, Garcia is your race leader. We'll be back at Bristol. Welcome back here as we're getting ready to go back green, I think. Actually, no, we're not. So the stage will finish under yellow, and the highest playoff contender is going to be the 6 of Andy Fell. He's going to get 9 points, and then 8 points for James Bowles, and so on and so forth for those other playoff contenders. So stage number 1 is going to go to a non-playoff driver. That is a 41 of Juan Garcia. So it's been a pretty interesting first couple stages here at our Bristol, or first stage I should say. Juan Garcia gets the win of stage 1. Andy Fell, James Bowles, Eric Monaco, great run for him, Marcus Sachi as well, and others. 4 drivers did not finish. Fitzwater, he's not going to get any stage points whatsoever for the rest of the race as he's out of it, along with Jeremy Ickel, Alexander Rowe, and Austin James. So we're going to take another quick commercial break here. You're watching the Mountain Dew KickStart Cup Series playoff race here at Bristol. We're back for stage 2. Welcome here back to the Bristol Motor Speedway as we're getting set to go green for stage 2. We got some problems on pit road, it looks like. Not sure what's going on. Sammy Davis back there confused as to where to line up. Hopefully they sort that out real fast, but getting ready to go back green. 41 Juan Garcia is out front as we're back racing for stage number 2. Now James Bowles, he's going to get to his inside. Those 3 wide right there momentarily for the race lead. James Bowles now down to the inside of Juan Garcia. I don't believe Bowles has ever won here at Bristol. He would love to get a win here in Thunder Valley. I could be wrong. It's been a real long time, honestly. And the pack is a bit split up, I do believe. Cars into the wall. That was the 88 of Eli Bright. So he got into the wall just a little bit, battling right there with Capel Abai in the 12. Oh, and Abai gets turned right there in the 12. Down into the inside wall, able to keep it going. A close call right there by Capel Abai in the 12. So heading back up here, 3 wide. Jay Jefferson, Malik Nevins splitting the 44 of Nicholas Wade right there. Bit of contact, and Jefferson goes up into the wall right there. Those guys battling real hard. Not what the 48 needs right now. He needs to get up there. And 4 wide once again. Cody Goforth into the wall along with Sean Ard in the 42. And these guys just racing really hard. The 32, Eddie Riley, really slow up on the track. I don't think the yellow's, no, we're still green. So these guys are racing really hard here, and McQueen is going down pit road, I believe. James Bowles continuing to hold the race lead in that 95. Marcus Sachi currently running second. P3 goes to the 14 of Joe Jefferson and Juan Garcia. He's fell back to 4th place. And right now, guys seem to be calm for now. Car slapping the wall. That's a 12, and he's going to go around Capel Abai, taking the 56 of Ulysses Nelson with him, and the yellow is out once again. Oh man, and race leader James Bowles nearly getting into the 12 right there. So caution's going to be out once again. 95 of James Bowles is your race leader. He's looking real fast here, mid-run of the race. Hoping these guys get slowed up. Doesn't really hope that they don't cause the leaders any issues right there like we saw at Richmond for the truck series, but looks like they'll be fine. Let's see if we can get a replay and see what happened to bring out the caution right here. Gonna see the 12 of Capel Abai, who found some trouble earlier. We're just talking about, gets into the wall, came down under the Dodge right there of Nelson. That Mopar Dodge number 56, and not a lot of damage to the 56, but 12. They've definitely suffered some damage, but the caution flag is out for the, I don't even know, honestly, but caution flag is out. We'll be back here at Bristol to bring you back to the rest of the stage. Welcome back here to the Bristol Motor Speedway as we're getting ready to go back green. Tim Randolph, blue motor under yellow not so long ago, so he's out of it, and not what Randolph needed in that 19, but here we go. Green flag is back out. And a great launch for that 95 of James Bowles. Looking really fast here today. Only 1 win this season out at New Jersey. He's looking for that 19th career victory back here. They're all trying to get on the lap cars, the slower cars. Joe Jefferson on the outside with Marcus Sachi. These guys have to be real careful not to get into the wall right there. They're going to split the 33 of McQueen. Once again, contact. And McQueen goes around hard into the inside wall. Caution is out once again. Oh man, big hit right there. So the yellow's gonna fly. James Bowles in the 95 once again is out front. As we all saw that unfold right there. Tommy McQueen the 33, they're still going, but heavy damage to that 33. Taking a look at it, there were 3 wide. Looks like Riley tried to check up, and 33 kind of bounced off the 17 and came down, but the 32 also went up. Been right here, went back up onto oncoming traffic, getting into the 20 right there. Max Anderson, not a lot of damage. Those guys should be fine, but yellow is out once again. James Bowles in the 95 is your race leader. We'll be back. Well, come back here to Bristol, ladies and gentlemen, as we're getting ready to go back green with very little laps to go here. It's going to be 5 to go at the line for stage 2. James Bowles is your race leader. Second place, Marcus Sachi, William Brock, Joe Jefferson, and Mitchell Collins. The top 5 as we're back green. And it's a long ways from first to second. 2 cars in between both those guys. So as long as they don't wreck, the stage should be James Bowles. And even if they do wreck, I believe, as right now Capel Abai kind of holding up Marcus Sachi in the 17. Sachi's going to get low. Try to get by him here. A lot of guys back there getting into each other. Some contact between the 47 and 44. Simon Oskin trying to push his way through. The 2 gets into the wall. Dylan Abrahamian right there. And the yellow flag is out once again.
Yellow's out.
And that's going to end the stage for sure. And out front, 95, James Bowles What happened this time may have been the 8 of Marcus Yepes as we see if we can see what happened here. It looks like he just slid up right there and got into the 7 of Shane Wensloff, went back down into Gus Powell, and around Marcus Yepes went, former winner of this race last season actually. The season has been going best for them, but caution flag is out. We'll be back here at Bristol. Welcome back here to Bristol, and of course, as expected, the stage will end under yellow. James Bowles is going to get some valuable stage points here. 10 bonus points added to the playoff to his playoff standings here. As they all cross the start-finish line, taking a look at your full race result. James Bowles gets the stage win. Marcus Sachi second. William Brock, Joe Jefferson, and Mitchell Collins. Your top 5. Eric Monaco, Malik Evans, Max Anderson, Juan Garcia, and Andy Fell getting some points right there. So Tim Randolph looks like he's the only driver from the stage who will not move on to stage number 3. So I'm going to take another quick break, and we'll be back for the third and final stage here at Bristol to declare a winner and who moves on. Welcome back here to the Bristol Motor Speedway. Problems for William Brock on pit road. Had a vibration in the right side of their car, and it's a left rear or right rear, I believe. So they're gonna get that fixed. But getting ready to go back green for the final stage. The green flag is back out, led by James Bowles in the 95. And now look at the 74. Mitchell Collins wasting no time, going for the race lead. Sachi gets into the wall. They scramble behind them. 3 wide right there. Jefferson in the middle. He's going to get by. Tough break for the 41 of Garcia. Did not get a good restart right there. And James Bowles, he's on the outside, falling just a little bit. Now 74. Mitchell Collins takes over. And this team, though they are an underfunded team, they've been really fast as of late. But how about someone crank it up here at Bristol for the first time, I believe, here in NORLA.
Doing a real nice job being patient, but keep digging, man.
So it looks like a majority of these drivers are now running single file. There's a 47 of Owen Finley, currently running behind Dylan Abrahamian and Sean Ard in the 42. There's Nick Smith, currently 14th right now. They were able to get some repairs on their number 4 machine, and hoping it's better for them. There's the 88 of Eli Bright, just outside of top 10, fighting Dallas Carpentier right there. And the 60 who just got into the wall just barely. Is that 88 of Eli Bright? He needs some stage points. Some of these guys have yet to get stage points. There's Nevins currently running top 10. He runs right in front of Cody Goforth in the 22. Goforth, he's good to move on to the next round. Battle for second right there is continuing to lead. This is 74 of Mitchell Collins. Has yet to win here in the Cup Series, and if we go green all the way, they do not have to make a pit stop. So this big lead is a huge problem, or a huge deal right now for the 74 team. Mitchell Collins has had some success in the lower divisions. 3 wins over there on the national side. He also is a winner in the ARCA Series, as well as the battle for second heating up between Joe Jefferson and James Bowles. In the 95, Jefferson 2 wins this season, 1 out there at Denver, and also 1 at Richmond. The 3 of Eric Monaco having a solid run right now, top 5 for that 3 behind them. You got the 6 of Andy Fell. There's Nevins in the 10, still running in front of Cody Goforth. There's the 88 running right behind, I believe his father, if I'm not mistaken, of Jeff Bright. He's right on board with him here.
A lot of guys run into the wall up there coming off the turn, so be careful. Info.
And really, you'd think that the 24 will let the 88 by, and I believe Cody Goforth just got into the wall just a little bit right there as he's dropping back, and that's going to allow Eli Bright now to get 10th position. That's 1 point so far for Eli Bright. So that would, I believe, that would knock out. Can't really remember who was 12th. But the top 10 is what Bright needs right now. There's Fisher. He too is good to move on to the next round as far as points. Fisher's going to get into the wall just a little bit right there. Fisher has never won here at Bristol. And there's Samuel Oskin in the 9. Currently running right behind Marcus Yepes in the 8. Side by side right here, Trevor Collins and Jose Mills. And right now, Jose Mills, he has yet to score any stage points whatsoever in this race. And I believe the same goes for Trevor Collins. Right now, they are not safe at all. Anything could happen. So if Bright gets up there into the top 10, or he's already in top 10, if he gets any more points, that's going to put 21 and 37 in danger. And that goes for anyone who has yet to score stage points. So if those drivers, if they have yet to score stage point in this race, this is a final stage right now. If they've yet to score stage points, they are in the danger zone. And they are not safe from elimination. So right now these guys really have to race hard. Mitchell Collins continuing to lap these guys, just lap Fisher, now laps Powell. And that 74 is just on a roll right now. Bristol tends to favor first-time winners. I remember Alex McClary in the 02 here earlier this season got his first career win here as an underfunded team. They're not even a full-time team, and they got their first win. And the 74 of Collins could be in that same boat right now, but I wouldn't count out the 14. Anything could happen as Collins has caught traffic, but so has the 14 with less than 5 laps to go here at Bristol. For the 74, Mitchell Collins trying to move the 33 out of the way. And McQueen going to give him some room there on the inside. And what a thing this would be for Collins. They've missed the playoffs, did not win at all this season, but they've been really fast. And right now they're in the boat to try and get their first win here in the Cup Series. Coming to 2 to go this time by for Collins right there. The 14 just stuck in traffic. If a caution comes out now, the race is over. So this is looking really good for Mitchell Collins. 2 laps to go here at Bristol. I believe their best finish is 3rd, if I'm not mistaken, 2nd or 3rd. And there's a 14. He hasn't been able to really catch to the 78 and the 5. But here we go. White flag one more time around here at Bristol for Mitchell Collins in the 74. Like I mentioned, he's very successful in those lower divisions, driving for an underfunded team this season, but none of that matters. He's going to pull off a big upset here as Mitchell Collins wins it at Bristol.
Good job, Huey. Hell yeah, hell of a damn day.
What a win for Mitchell Collins.
Here you go, man. Real good job.
Big win right there. I did not expect that team to be in victory lane this season. Halleck Keither Racing Enterprises, I believe it is. But that's going to be a solid W right there for that 74 team. And, of course, Mitchell Collins scoring his first career Cup Series win. Joe Jefferson ended up 2nd. The 17 of Marcus Sachi 3rd. Eric Monaco 4th. Top 5 for that number 3. Cody Goforth looks like he got the final spot right there. 1 extra point for that 22. Tommy McQueen looked like they retired out of the race. I didn't see that. That's probably a scoring error. But Raymond Fisher, Gus Powell, they're all laps down. But what an interesting race here. Andy Fell, Malik Nevins, and Eli Bright, they all get some points. But right now celebrating is going to be the 74 of Mitchell Collins for his first career Cup Series win. And of course, many are hoping for many more. This is the 2nd week now we've had a driver pull an upset. Last race was Alexander Rowe getting his 4th career win in a long time coming in Atlanta. And then this race is the 74 of Mitchell Collins. So congratulations to Mitchell Collins in the 74. So you're right on board the cockpit cam here. They're going to be celebrated big time here, that team is. So congratulations to Mitchell Collins on the win. Next round, we will not go to Charlotte as we've already been there twice. We'll be going to Talladega. So a huge wild card race for the first race of the round of 12 for these Cup Series drivers. So we'll see you guys for the next Cup race at Talladega. Meanwhile, at Charlotte, there's going to be the Trucks and the National. As those guys battled out for the Trucks, it'll be their first race of the playoffs. And then, of course, the National is going to be their 2nd race. So congratulations to Mitchell Collins on his first career win. Here's your standings going into the round of 12. So William Brock, of course, won at Chicagoland. He advances. No one else has won who's a playoff driver. Nick Smith, he's currently on the good, but Jay Jefferson, Trevor Collins, Jose Mills, and Owen Finley, the road to Miami ends here for those guys. Now they just got to race it out for wins. Eli Bright, he was able to bake it in after gaining some valuable playoff points. But thank you guys for watching. The next video you should see the Truck Series race at the Charlotte Roval.